Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Hard Eyes issue number 4 from Vault Comics. I accidentally bought 2 copies of the same, just with another cover, because I thought this was issue number 5. It isn't, so that's still in the pre-ordering for me, because I'm stupid. Anyway, let's dive in. So it's been made by Dennis Hopeless, who is the writer, Victor Ibanez is the artist, KGD is colorist, and Simon Boland is the letterer. I really like this combo. I think the writing is good. And let's dive in, and I'm going to show you why I'm liking it. Well, among other things. So we start off with where we left off. There was some kind of a bomb dropping. And these kids are saying, somebody dropped a bomb on us. And if that was a bomb, we'd be dead right now. Stupid. So they are going to this monster that is now dead here. And then we see Lupe here. And they say, what's the matter with her? She's that scary, crazy person. I mean, if the not bomb didn't hurt us, why she is all messed up? Yeah, she is, having spasms, etc. And then out of nowhere, this is the carcass, by the way, or the body of that gigantic monster from the last issue. There's some kind of a, I don't know, drone ship here. And these kids say, aliens! that made me chuckle. So the voice coming out of there says, look at them flee. Can you believe that? Young as they are, those kids aren't remembering life before brain-eating creepazoids ruled the earth. They lived their whole lives in terror shadows. And it's me they run from? A flying saucer? Okay, so Lupe is then, I don't know, being towed away in that ship. And I believe this guy or person here is controlling this, I believe it's a drone, but a big one, from the inside out. That he is, the driver. Spoiler, he's not. I'm going to explain a little bit later. So he's trying to, although, the voice is coming from this ship, which is a little bit weird. Anyway, so he says, hey, it's Lupe, right? I tell you to strap in and hang on. But from the looks of things, you're still in a state. So yeah, she's completely out of it. And there were the bombs that were dropping were psi bombs. Never heard of it, but I believe since Lupe is, I believe, the catalyst or the door to whatever that is from the other side, she's been, psi bombs is doing something with your mind, of course, because, psychological. And she's been, I don't know, she is having visions or dreams or stuff like that. And these cultists have her mother here lying on this altar. And Lupe comes in and says, Mama? And these cultists, I don't believe they are human, but there's some stuff coming out of her womb. And they are, pulling her up and use whatever but this is happening. I cannot say it in words. Come on. You can see what's happening. It's crazy. Anyway, and then they go back to quote-unquote reality. And the voice says, welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Unlikely site of humanity's last stand, where the mighty U.S. military, $800 billion a year, sacrificed 20,000 soldiers as bait to learn that nukes don't work on monsters. All right, yeah, so that's a very heavy toll to pay, or price to pay. And, well, it's getting hit by these. It seems that these monsters are hunting this drone. But actually, it's not really hunting. It's more like, I'm coming back to that a little bit later, before just spoil everything beforehand. So Lupe is still in the dream state, is seeing what happening when the nukes hit many years ago, and that, all of these people are dying, because of her. And she says, why are you showing me? I don't want to see. And the voice is droning on about what she has done, although it's not really entirely fair, because it was not her choice to, being the catalyst of all these eldritch monsters. And she's been flown around in the spaceship. And he says, what's left behind is ash. I guess that's nothing to you, huh? Nobody's seen more screaming death than Lupe. Snuck the warm with the feeders, meaning the monsters. Not a fear in your head. I've watched you out there on my cameras, you know. I've seen it, and I'm all... What's to be done about Lupe? Well, a normal, rational man, if he's figuring out that she's the catalyst, I don't know, kill her, maybe? I'm not sure it stops the invasion, but who knows? And so, yeah, they are following him or her. I mean, I believe, you know, I can spoil it. It's not really a big deal. It's mostly obvious. Because this is what's happening. These creatures are not following this person. They are following Lupe because she is the source of it all, right? Everywhere she's going, monsters are appearing and killing humans. So, and then we see this, and it made me chuckle a little bit. I said, what? We have a giant robot. So it seems that some couple of tech billionaires built this to stop these monsters, which is hilarious. And yeah, that didn't help. And now it's here, and it's a base for, I believe, this person. And yeah, Lupe is still out of it. And yeah, this is happening. So yeah, they're closing in. And the voice says, gotta give those anime-obsessed assholes their due. Talking about the fact that they are building this robot. After the nukes, it was their idea to try and weaponize psychic energy. Might have worked too, if they hadn't strapped it to a Megazord. So yeah, this is happening. So it's powering up and it's releasing some kind of a energy that destroys those monsters. I mean, it looks great, by the way. I really like the art. And he says, yes, or gotcha in this case. But, you know, Lupe is feeling all this blast and maybe also the death of these creatures. I'm not entirely sure how much she's connecting to the other world. But she's spazzing. And so then, you know, the head detached from this, I don't know, a Gundam robot is going into the waters. And it says, I need to wake you up and explain it. Make it sense to me. I want to believe the good I've seen in you. Not just an ocean of blood and gore that never sticks. Tell me I'm right, Lupe. Tell me you're worth saving. More than pretty little monsters. More than their meat puppet. I can wait. We've got time. They won't follow us. Not down here. So he's just still talking, but she is not listening because she's out. She's unconscious. Sort of. And but then he sees, yeah, that, you know, it seems that the Cthulhu monsters or these eldritch creatures are not afraid of water. And it surprised this guy because he says, fetus don't swim. It's the one thing we know from the beginning, water. Water keeps them away. But then, you know, he's screaming in the mic, hey, Lupe, wake up. I can't stop them from here. Which is a little bit weird. He doesn't know this guy, but it seems that he relies on Lupe to stop these monsters, although Lupe is just being kidnapped by him. So that's a little bit weird. So he takes off his helmet. And I thought he was just the pilot of this ship, right? Like I mentioned before. No, he's just doing that remote control. He's completely somewhere else. And so he says, you have to wake up and swim away or you'll drown. And then we have a flashback, and maybe like a camera shot. Remember the first issue when this guy founds her and she says, I still can't swim. So I'm going to stay on this side of the big loud drowning wall. And then he realizes fetus aren't afraid of water. Lupe is. She's not a puppet. No, she's a catalyst. And then, I mean, look at the art. The art is really, really good. And I also, you know, like the interpretation of Lupe. She's not very skinny, but she is also not, you know, extremely the other way around. She has just a normal body type. I like that. She's really an innocent girl that's been messed up because of the eldritch monsters. So at some point I feel a little bit sympathy for her, but on the other hand, she is, I don't know, everywhere she goes, people die, and I cannot imagine that she hasn't come to the conclusion that it's actually happened. So I'm not sure what's going on in her head. I believe she's broken inside, but you know, who knows? Anyway, so this guy says, she is the master. I'm not a monster. I'm not. Why do you say those things? It's not my fault get scared. I try to stop it every time I try, but I can't help what they do. What is this horrible place? Yeah. So this guy goes out of his hideout into the open and dives off a cliff. And he swims through the water with the monsters and tries to save Lupe. And, you know, these monsters are trying to get her too because, well, she's drowning. And I believe if she's dead, they are gone too, I guess. But Lupe is still in her, you know, in her own mind. She says, why did you bring me here? You can't call me a monster. It's not true. It's not fair. And then this voice of this creature here. What is more monstrous than slaughter without substance? A predator turning away from her puppet. And she says, I never hurt anyone. Oh, you hurt everyone, just as it should be. It wasn't me, none of it. That was them, always them. Me and them, you and I, don't you see it yet? There is only us. One does not exist without the other. And she screams, says, no, you're not me. It looks really cool, man. And so this creature, you know, takes her and she says, how much longer will you refuse to see? You have been the host, the vessel, the bridge between. But now that childhood is not an end, is at an end. And, you know, this is happening. Our poor girl. So this guy is trying to resurrect her. What's resurrection now? What I'm saying? Try to revive her. That's the word. God. Resurrection is totally something different. He's not a necromancer. But then this is happening. So yeah. So she is alive. And then the voice says, now that the childhood is at an end, open your eyes and be our queen. I love that. I also love the shot is really good with the monsters rising from the water, all, you know, looking triumphant, etc. It's really cool. Like I said, the art is fantastic. So there's only one issue to go, guys. And here we go. This is the next one. I believe it's the last one. I have to check it. Also, I need to have this one as well, The Rush. I totally forgot about this, and it seems there's now a trade paperback. I'm going to look for this. This looks cool with spider monsters in the West or something like that. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this comic. I enjoyed it a lot, and but yeah, you are my viewers. I'd like to hear your opinion as well. So give me a shout out in the comments below. And yeah, we'll talk. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.